All right, welcome to the Neil Carey Arena here where the Lewis men's volleyball have their fall red versus white scrimmage. The red team took the first set 25-22. White team takes the second set 25-22. We are here in third set. White team looks to be bringing out setter Tyler Morgan. Oppo, Liam Buck will start this set. Rocky and Dan Haber at outsides. Middles will be Tyler Simpson and Peter Vermochil. And libero will be Nico Paula, the 6'1 freshman from Tampa. On the right side, your red team will be setting Kevin Calling. Oppo will be Christian Prayer. Outside hitters, John Davis and Chase Salahowski. Middle attacker, Antonio Elias in the front row now. Not quite sure who the other middle attacker is. I did not see that person come on the court, so we'll call that person out when they come into the game. It will either be Michael Sack or Wesley Yusk. Libero, none other than senior captain Jason Gibbs, number 5. Looks like red's going to have the first serve. Nacho, the up ref, beckons for serve. Prayer drops that serve in, passed up Morgan, outside to Daniel Haber, it looks like. Haber off the block and in the net court, still to play. Salahowski with the tip. Morgan sends it to Rocky, back row, kind of a little bit off out of sync there. And Prayer, give him enough shots there, he's going to score. Prayer, the heavy-armed 6'4 junior from St. Louis, puts that off the block and out. So Prayer, first service attempt at the line, ends up with a point for red. Red leads 1-0. Prayer drops in another serve. That one is well long, almost hits the back wall. And with that, the game is tied at 1-1. Daniel Haber, the 6'6 freshman. Haber out of Remsenburg, New York, back to serve, sending Max Rocky to the front row. Red team passing Gibbs, Davis, and Salahowski. This one off the platform of Davis in system, calling out to Salahowski. Salahowski abuses the block. Salahowski with the kill to push the red team ahead 2-1. Didn't quite see who's heading back to serve there. Is that going to be Salahowski? Yes, Salahowski with the kill earns the right to go back to serve and sends that ball just a bit outside. So white team now tied 2-2 and going back to serve number 2, 6'10 redshirt sophomore Tyler Simpson out of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Simpson back to serve. Looks like in the front row then comes Peter Vermochil. Simpson passed up. Swing by Davis, dug up by Haber. Rocky puts that ball off the block, but Christian Prayer digs it up. Antonio dug up by Liam Buck. Middle attack to Peter Vermochil. That one's dug up. Gibbs is going to send it over. Buck. Tyler Morgan dumped. Dug up, passed over again. Morgan, Haber, Liam Buck. Kapow! Liam Buck with a kill. Ends that long rally. Liam Buck, couple nice digs, nice swing there. Liam Buck gives white team the lead. Their first lead of this set, this ultimate deciding set. White team leads 3-2. Nacho beckons for serve. Simpson back. There's the toss. Sends that ball at the platform of Gibbs. Calling. Back set to Prayer. Prayer into the net. Into the net and blocked. So Rocky and Peter Vermochil denies Prayer to push their lead to 2. Now it's 4-2. Prayer doesn't get blocked very often, at least not this year so far. Just that heavy arm. That time Rocky and Vermochil sniffed him out. Pushes their lead to 2, 4-2. Simpson back with another service offering. This one goes off the platform of Gibbs. Calling. Outside swing by Davis. That one's dug up by Simpson, and Rocky delivers. It's Tyler Simpson playing defense. Give him a libero jersey. Tyler Simpson with a nice dig off of the swing by the 6'5 Davis. Simpson gets it up, and Rocky delivers. And now the white team leads 5-2. Simpson puts that one on the line, called in by the line judge, now overruled by Nacho and called out. And with that, the red team trails 3-5. So a side out for point number 3. Antonio back to serve. He'll be serving at the trio of Paula, Haber, and Rocky. Rocky will pass to attack as a front row outside hitter. Antonio with the serve. Rocky passes it up. Morgan to Buck. And you know what's going to happen there. Buck gives John Davis a little dome shot afternoon snack there. Buck just delivering a huge shot off the dome of John Davis. Buck, another swing and another kill. Tyler Morgan going back to serve with white team leading by 3, 6-3. They led 5-2 earlier. Now it's 6-3. Morgan back to serve, bringing Liam Buck and his arm to the front row. Morgan passed up by Selahowski. Outside swing to Davis. That ball is out. They're calling it out. Maybe it hit the antenna. I'm not quite sure exactly. But it looks like white team scores a point to go up 7-3. And now with that, red team calls a timeout. Coming back from timeout, white team leads 7-3. Tyler Simpson scored 3 points off his serve. Tyler Morgan now scores 1 off his serve and back-to-back serving offerings, pushing the white team from a 2-2 tie to now a 7-3 lead. There's Tyler Morgan's offering, passed up by Selahowski, calling to Davis. Davis sends that one in the deep corner. Might have caught a bit of the block there, but ends up landing in the court, and Davis stops the bleeding. So now they trail just by 3, 4-7, sending Calling back to serve. That's going to bring Christian Prayer into the front row. Calling with a high toss. Passed up by Rocky. Middle set to Peter Vermochil. And Vermochil just whips it in. Peter Vermochil, the 6'6 freshman. He is out of... Where is he at? Peter Vermochil, Arlington Heights, Illinois. The 6'6 freshman just destroys that ball. Give Whites the side out. Point number 8. Now they lead 8-4. Back to serve, Max Rocky. Calling sets up. Antonio blocked by Vermochil. Vermochil wags a finger in his face. Nacho, give him a yellow card. Peter Vermochil, 6'6 freshman. Kill and a block. And now the white team leads 9-4. Rocky back to serve. There's the beckon. There's the toss. Rocky delivers off the platform of Gibbs. Calling back set to Davis. He must be in rotation 1. Davis hitting the right side. Morgan outside swing to Haber dug up. And this one, Prayer on the left side puts that ball down, giving red point number 5. So they trail by 4, 5-9. Looks like Davis going back to serve, sending Selahowski, the 6'6 redshirt freshman from Germantown, Wisconsin, into the front row. Davis with the toss. There's the offering. Passed up by Haber. Rocky platform sets. Haber just sends it, just a little bit long. So Daniel Haber, tough first ball pass. Rocky just platforms it nice and high. Haber swings just a bit long. And with that, red team now cuts the lead to 2. Davis back to serve, trailing 6-9. Rocky, Paula, and Haber back to pass. This one's Paula. Morgan to Haber. Blocked up and played by red. That one's passed up by Morgan, and Rocky on 2 sets outside, but Nacho is giving Rocky the double contact call. So Rocky playing that second ball. He's taken a swing at that in the past here, but this one he goes to set to Haber. Just catches his hand a little funny. Nacho calling for the double, and red now cuts the deficit to 2, trailing 7-9. Davis back to serve. Nacho beckons for serve. Davis, there's the toss. Here's the offering. This one sends just a little bit long, and white team takes point number 10. First one in double digits. Peter Vermochil, the 6'6 freshman, back to serve. Tyler Simpson, the 6'10 redshirt sophomore, front row in the middle. He'll be flanked on his left by Haber and on his right by 6'6 redshirt sophomore Liam Buck. Tight pass, Calling. Nice single hand set by Calling behind him to Prayer, and Prayer just destroys this one. I don't think anybody expected Calling to be able to take a one-handed pass, one-handed set, and send it behind him to Prayer. Calling, nice job, showing why he's a 3-time All-American, the 6'8 senior captain from Naperville, Illinois. There's the serve by Sack, passed up by Rocky, back set to Liam Buck, and what else is going to happen besides a point? Liam Buck, you're getting to be a little predictable here, Liam. Every time you swing, you get a point. Buck goes back to serve after earning point number 11 for the white team. Now the white team leads by 3, 11-8. Buck back to serve. That's going to send Tyler Morgan, the 6'7 sophomore setter, into the front row. So Morgan will now be a front row setter. Liam Buck puts that one off the platform of Selahowski. Back row attack by Davis. Ooh, and the white team got frozen just a little bit, and Davis's back row attack got blocked up in the air, but the white team couldn't get it up off the ground. So Davis with the back row attack for the kill, bringing Calling to the front row. Looks like the red team is going to send Christian Prayer back to serve, down 2. That ball passed by Rocky. Haber just has to send it over, dug by Prayer. Calling's going to set it to Selahowski. Tip over the block. Morgan's going to set Haber. Haber denied by Calling and Antonio Elias. 6'8 middle, 6'8 setter combined for the block on the freshman Haber. That gives them point number 10, and now the red team, don't look now, folks, they were down by as many as 5. Now they cut this deficit to 1, down 10-9. Christian Prayer goes back to serve. Nico, Paula, Rocky, and Haber back to pass. This one's Haber. White team's in system in a big way, and Rocky delivers that one. Haber, just a sweet pass to put Morgan in system. Morgan had all 4 attackers coming at the same time. He chose Max Rocky over all others, and Rocky delivers. Point number 12, and that gives him the 2-point lead. And with that, it looks like Rocky goes to the front row, which means Daniel Haber's back to serve. We got Gibbs, Davis, and Selahowski to pass. There's Haber's offering off the platform of Davis. Calling back set to Prayer. Prayer dug up by Haber, but Prayer is on the 10-foot line. So back row attack by Christian Prayer. Haber dug it up anyway, but White will take the point. That's point number 13, and Haber's service line gives White a 13-10 lead. Nacho beckons for serve. Haber delivers into the net, and red team takes point number 11. So red now trails by 2, 11-13. Selahowski back to serve. That sends in the 6'5 bearded junior John Davis into the front row. White team will be passing Haber, Paula, and Rocky. Looks like Seaver Drolsom stepped into the game here for Buck, if I'm seeing right. Drolsom, the lefty. That one goes off the arm of the middle attacker. Is that Peter? White team trying to get it up, but Morgan called for a lift. And with that, the red team scores point number 12. So it looks like we have a little bit of substitution going on. Seaver Drolsom, the 6'6 freshman from Norway, in at Oppo. Liam Buck sitting out. Selahowski serves, passed up by Rocky. Morgan, back set to Drolsom. The ball's dug up by red and sent back to White to play again. White team, Haber off the platform of Selahowski. Haber, the 6'6 freshman, just delivers from the back row. So Tyler Morgan doing a nice job divvying out his sets to everybody, making all of his hitters feel like part of the team. Simpson back to serve, leading 14-12. I think that's going to be Peter Vimochil back into the front row for white team now. Simpson passed up by Gibbs. What a nice platform Gibbs has. Prayer off the platform of Haber up. Morgan back set to Seaver Drolsom. That one's dug up and passed up by Morgan to Vimochil. Red team plays this one back. That one off of the arm of Davis, and white team unable to handle it. Davis with the kill, giving red point number 13. Keeping it tight here, folks. Red team 12 trails 13-14. Nice exchange there. A lot of good attacks, a lot of good defensive plays. In the end, the arm of John Davis scores the point. And with that, they go back to serve, trailing 13-14. It looks like this is Antonio Elias, 6'8" senior from Puerto Rico, back to serve. There's his high toss. There's his delivery into the net, and white team takes point number 15. Now they trail by just 2. Sending back to the service line, 6'7" freshman Tyler Morgan. Nacho, up ref, beckons for serve. Morgan spins the ball on his finger. Bounces it once. There's a toss. Morgan delivers. Passed up by Selahowski. Back set to Prayer. Prayer dug up by Paula. Incredible. This ball dug up by Haber. Morgan out to Rocky. Rocky delivers. Nico Paula. What a great dig. And he just goes crazy. Nico Paula playing an excellent libero for Team White all day long. Morgan back to serve. So Paula's dig and Rocky's kill gives point number 16 to the white team. They push their lead to 3. So 16-13. Key point in the game there. It could have been a 1-point deficit. Now it's a 3-point deficit for red. Morgan back to serve. Wait a second. Looks like we have a substitution on the right side. I'll have to call that out once I see the numbers a little bit closer here. Morgan back to serve. Passed up. Sack delivers on that ball. So that's a 1-ball sack attack off of the setting hand of Calling and off the arm of Michael Sack. And therefore the lead is now 16-14. Calling goes back to serve. It looks like Selahowski's still in the game. I thought maybe somebody came out over there on the right. Maybe it was just an equipment. You didn't see what happened. Calling serves. That ball is just a little bit long. White takes a point. Now leads 17-14. And with that, looks like Rocky's going back to serve, sending Daniel Haber to the front row. Rocky leading 17-14. There's the beckon for serve by Nacho. Rocky with the toss. His approach. Off the platform it gives. Calling. Back row attack to Selahowski. That one's dug up by Morgan. Seaver Drolsom sets Haber a little, maybe not so, but Drolsom set Haber, and I think the red team was waiting for that. Looked like Prayer and Sack waiting over there on the outside, and the red team scores a point. So trading points here. Red team now down 2. Davis back to serve. Bounces it 3 times. Bounces it again a couple times. Holds it. Thinks about it. Tosses it. Rising from your grave. Off the platform of Rocky. Overpass. Red team's going to be in system here. Calling. Back set to Prayer. Prayer hitting air. Hits that one out. And white team takes the lead. So trading points. Red team either down 2 or now down 3. And back to serve looks to be freshman Peter Vimochil. There's the service toss into the net, giving red team point number 16. Vimochil with the service air, and Tyler Simpson is now in the front row for the white team, along with Morgan. Morgan looks to be a back row setter, maybe front row setter. I'll have to figure this one out here. Ooh, Rocky got up into his grill a little bit with that serve. Ace serve by Michael Sack. Tough one to handle there by Rocky, and Sack with the ace now cuts the lead to 1. So after trading points, red team now earns a point on serve to be down 17-18. Sack finds Rocky again. Rocky handles this one in system. Middle attack Simpson, passed up by Haber now. Overpass Morgan, back set to Seaver. Seaver delivers. So when it's not Liam Buck in the game delivering, it's Seaver Drolsom. So the white team's oppos are delivering big this set. Liam Buck, the golden arm of his, pretty much had an air-free hitting day in sets 2 and 3 here. Seaver with that kill earns the right to go back to serve, leading 19-17. There's a service offering just a bit long. And red team takes point number 18. So now they trail by 1. Looks like Prayer's going back to serve. That's going to send 6'8" senior captain Kevin Calling into the front row for the red team. He'll be your front row setter. Prayer serving. Passed up by Paula. Morgan has to track it down a little bit. Back row attack to Rocky. That one finds the back corner, and Rocky surgically delivers the back row attack. Not always power, but sometimes placement. Right there, the white team leads 20-18. Daniel Haber back to serve. So off Rocky's kill, he earns the right to get into the front row Haber back to serve, leading 20-18. There's the beckon for serve. There's a toss. Haber delivers off the platform of Selahowski, calling back row attack to Davis. This one's dug over the net and out. Not quite sure whose platform that was, either Haber's maybe, or, I'm not quite sure who dug that one, Haber or Seaver. But with that, red team goes back to serve. Now they trail by 1, 19-20. Looks like serving is going to be Selahowski, passed up by Paula. Morgan, middle attack, Simpson. Red team plays it up. This one's Drolsome. Rocky delivers that one. That ball is passed up and out. Inside the attendance over the net and out means it's out. You can't play that one. So with that, the white team takes point 21. 21-19, 2-point lead. Tyler Simpson back to serve. Peter Vermochil, the 6'6 freshman, into the front row. Red team will be passing Selahowski, Gibbs, and Davis. Simpson doing a great job at the service line all day long. Simpson just playing a fantastic match. Calling, back set to Prayer. Simpson digs that one over the net and played. Morgan, Rocky has to tip it over. Red team's going to be having a swing at it and calling with a full swing. And Peter Vermochil and Max Rocky deny Kevin Calling. And point number 22. Now the white team leads 22-19. Simpson goes back to serve. Red team decides to try to stop the bleeding, and red team calls a timeout. So we'll come back from timeout. White team will be leading 22-19 with Tyler Simpson serving. All right, coming back from timeout, Nacho gives the ball to Tyler Morgan, or Tyler Simpson. He'll be set serving. White team leads 22-19. Simpson will be serving to the trio of Selahowski, Gibbs, and Davis. Simpson with the offering. Into the net, and red team takes point 20. So now they trail by just 2, sending back to the service line Antonio Elias, 6'8 senior from Puerto Rico, back to serve. White team leads by 2, 22-20. Rocky, Haber, and Paula will be passing. Morgan will be your front row setter. Elias with the toss. Passed up by Haber. Morgan's going to be in system with all attackers. This one goes out to Rocky. Rocky dug up by Selahowski. Prayer tips it over. Might be a back row attack call by Nacho. So Prayer toes on the line. Back row attack here. Nacho gives point to the white team. And Tyler Morgan goes back to serve, leading 23-20. That will bring Seaver Drolsome into the front row for the white team. Drolsome, the 6'6 freshman from Norway. Morgan delivers the serve. This one's passed up by Selahowski, calling outside to Davis, off the block and out. So Davis uses the block. A little tool time with John Davis. Cuts the deficit to 2, sending Kevin Calling back to serve, trailing 21-23. He'll be serving at the trio of Haber, a front row, Paula, and Rocky. Calling delivers that one into the net and gives the white team 3 set points now. They'll be up 24-21 with Rocky back to serve. Coach Ivor getting the crowd fired up. Coach Kirsch reminding the white of all the different defensive assignments. Nacho beckons for serve. Rocky with a toss off the platform of Gibbs. Calling one-handed set to Christian Prayer. Dug up by Paula. Oh, this one. Paula with a great dig, but just a little bit of an overpass, and Sack cleans that one up. So Michael Sack, the 6'9 junior, cleans up that ball and sends Davis back to serve, trailing 22-24. So white team still with 2 set points. Drolsome will be attacking on the right. Haber will be attacking on the left. Peter Vermochil comes in. Morgan, back set. Drolsome, kill! Seaver Drolsome, the 6'6 freshman from Norway, delivers match point for the white team. And they win. White team wins 25-22 in this third set. And they win the match. 2-1. So white team off of the arm of Seaver Drolsome. Nice job for the white team. So that's it for our red versus white scrimmage. We'll kind of let the video roll here so you can see the teams shake hands as they go throughout here. Coach Kirsch on the left. Looks like he's the victorious coach, winning this match over Coach Eli. Looks like Coach Iverson helped out along with Ashley Moore for the white team. And the red team, Catherine Simpkins, was listed as one of the assistant coaches, along with Eli Irizarry Potas. Thanks to Nacho for being our up ref today. Thanks to the fans coming out to watch. And that puts a wrap on the Lewis men's volleyball fall season here with the red-white scrimmage. White team taking it 2-1 set. Goodbye from Neil Carey Arena here in Romeoville, Illinois.